Hey, today I'm going to talk about critiquing. I'm going to be having a video come up on how to improve your photography, and this is one of the points I was going to make in that video coming up is critiquing. But I figured it might be kind of long, so I just kind of broke it out in its own video here. So critiquing is a great way to improve your photography. When I first started years and years ago, that was one of the first things I did was join a critique group. There's plenty of groups out there, and I suggest you join one. There's the ones I joined were on Flickr. I'm sure there's some Facebook ones. I haven't looked for them, but also if you have a camera club or a photography club in your area, a lot of times they'll have a meeting occasionally that will be about critiquing, and you can have your images critiqued if you want. So, critique groups, basically, you just post up a picture just like you would, on Facebook, and everybody in the group will critique it. So, if you don't like criticism, it's probably not a good thing for you if you're not open to criticism, because they're there to, if you ask for a critique, somebody's going to give an honest critique of what they think. Now, it might not be something that you like, but for instance, let me tell you my experience with it. When I first started photography, like I said, I joined a bunch of critique groups, and I just watched them go through and whatnot, and critiquing other photos. And then I was like, well, I'm going to put one of mine up here just to see what people say about it. So I put one of my images up, and what did I do? And this is what 9 times out of 10 what people do before when they just join one of these groups. They put one of their best photos up there because they want somebody to just say, oh man, this is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's a critique group. Somebody's going to find something wrong with it. And it's a critique, and it's to help you improve or give you some opinion on how they think it might be a little bit better, the photo. So yeah, I put one of my photos up thinking that, and yeah, somebody tore it apart. I don't even remember what the photo was, but it made me mad. So you have to be open to criticism. So it made me mad, and I went to bed and woke up the next morning thinking about it, and I looked at the image, I was like, that guy was right. Well, I don't know why I got mad. You have to be able to listen to what people say, and you will get some criticisms that you don't agree with, but if you're joining a critique group, be open to criticisms. For instance, like if you're going to put a picture of some sort of wildlife or landscape that's been taken pictures of a certain area, there's been thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures out there of that same subject. What am I going to say about it? I'm going to say, yeah, man, it's a picture of a bird, or it's a picture of a squirrel. How many thousands of images out there? You could get online and type squirrel and find hundreds of images better than the image you just took. You have to, if you're going to take pictures of stuff like that, you have to make sure that there's something there that's going to make them stand out. To do some sort of effect, maybe do a silhouette, put something in the foreground, make something, or just have a fantastic capture of some sort of intimate moment between the two animals, something that's going to make it stand out. You can't just take a picture of or even a landscape. Like I suggest, well, this is another video I have coming up on how to do landscapes. If you're taking landscape of something that's been photographed a million times, go online first and look at all those pictures, and then think about it when you get there. How can I make this different than those thousands of pictures that are exactly the same of this same place? Put something in the foreground that's not already there, or do something just to make it stand out so it will be good. That's some of the critiques that I give on when I see people asking for critiques. Something to think about. If you listen to these critiques that people give, like I said, a lot of them you might agree with, and a lot of them you don't. It's up to you. I mean, you don't have to listen to them, or the kind of images that I like to put up on the critique sites when I joined, when I later started critiquing and stuff, are things that I just couldn't put my finger on it, but there was something missing. What can make this image a little bit better? Was my editing not that good on it or something? There was something missing. those are the kind of images I think you should put in critique groups. Those will get you the best, and you're more open to criticism at that point. Don't put pictures on a critique site that are personal to you. Don't put pictures of your family up there or loved ones or anything like that, because yeah, you're more inclined to get angry about any sort of criticism of that subject or that photo in it. So leave those out. But if you're open to the criticisms, it will really, really help your photography. I know it helped mine. It just it brings your eye. So it helps in a good way and also in a negative way. How do I explain this? So now when I take a picture, I could look at it and I already know what's wrong with it. I mean, you might have already done that, but it makes it even more if you continually critique photos and stuff. So I'll take the picture and I'll know exactly what's wrong with it, and it takes you a while once you've gotten that mindset to just move along. It's like, okay, this is a good image. I know what's wrong with this image. It's a little soft over here, or I didn't quite line it up right, or something like that. But it's being able to move on after you know those, because it took me a while to just say, okay, I know this isn't perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and post it up. Somebody will enjoy it. I took the time to take this picture, did a little editing on it. I don't really care for it that much, but I know somebody out there will probably enjoy it, so I'll post it online. I post a lot of stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. That's another thing. So if you're in one of these Facebook like photography groups that post stuff, it's not a critique site. Don't critique their work if it's not a critique site unless they ask. So if somebody posts a picture up and you don't like the image, just move on. Don't critique it because it's not a critique website. That's enough about that. I had somebody do that to me, and it was like one of those pictures that I already knew what was wrong with it, but I posted up there. It got several likes, and the guy started critiquing, and I was like, bro, man, I didn't ask for your critique. And he was nice. He said, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't critique people's work unless they ask. A lot of times people will ask for a critique and they don't want a critique, they just want more likes. So they might ask for a critique in one of those, and then you give them a critique, and then they'll get mad about it. So all they're fishing for is more likes. Just put your image on there. You'll get likes. You don't have to search or try to get more likes just by asking for a critique. That's kind of weird to me. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I kind of blabbered on a little bit, but I hope I made some good points in there and something for you to think about. Get out there and join a critique group. I think I'm going to go inside right now and go back to that Flickr group and kind of critique a few of those. So maybe I'll see you in there in one of those groups. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. And I'm going to have that video coming out soon on how to make yourself a better photographer. And thanks for watching.